So you guys help me out. The result of addition is called a sum, right? This is what the no calculator portion of the test looks like. The result of subtraction is the difference. Multiplication, product. And division is quotient. Okay, write in standard form. So we have 16,501,000 and then 037. You do okay? Okay, cool. All right. And again, this is going to be posted, so you guys don't have to panic about copying it down really fast. Let's look at rounding. So if we're going to round this to the nearest tens, I'd underline the 9 and look to the right. Do I want to keep it or make it higher? I want to keep it, right? For hundreds, I underline the 3 and I look next door to the 9. Do I want to keep the 3 or make it higher? Make it higher. And then everything else is zeros that follows, right? And then for the thousands, do I want to keep the 4 or make it higher? Keep it, and then everything that follows is a 0. All right, for the next one, underline the 9. Do I want to keep it or make it higher? Keep it. And then the 0 would follow. For the hundreds, do I want to keep it or make it higher? Make it higher, and then everything that follows would be a 0. And then for the thousands, do I want to keep it or make it higher? The thousands? Keep it, and then everything else is a 0. Okay, so for this one, tens position, I want to keep it. This one, for the hundreds, I want to make it higher, right? So what number would be higher than 9? 10. So this would become a 0, and then what will that become if I add 10 to this? So did you guys get 29,000? Is that okay? Okay, and then the last one, for the thousands, we want to make it higher, so 29,000. You good? All right, and then the tens, 1, 4, 8, we want to keep that. For the hundreds, again, we want to keep that. And then for the thousands, we want to do what? Make it higher. Everyone do okay? All right. Let's flip. All right, so you have a bunch of these, and you're just simplifying it. So n plus 0 would be what? N. If I take n, if I start with n and I take away n, what am I going to be left with? 0. What's 0 times anything? 0. And what's 1 times anything? N, whatever you started with. Okay, this one, you know it's either 0 or undefined. Which one is it? Undefined because it spells no. Okay, n divided by n is 1. 0 divided by n is 0. And then n divided by 1 is n. So those are just some basic rules. Is that all right? Okay, good. So for the subtraction, they're just some basic subtraction problems. They're nothing too taxing. I just want to make sure you have some good subtraction skills down. So did you guys get 29 for that? And then what I recommend is you take your solution, your difference, and add it to the number you were taking away, and you should get what you started with. So that'll be just a quick check so that you know you did it right. All right, this next one looks a little bit more beastie, right? So 23,050, take away 5,678. All right, this is a little bit more involved. Can't take away 7 from 4. So where did you have to go? Yeah, all the way to the 3. Make that a 10, cross it off, make it a 9. Oh, it gets messy. So 7 from 14 is 7, and then I think I can do the next one without having to worry. And then one more. How did we do? Look down. Did you get it right? Okay, so to check it, I'm just going to take my solution and add it to what I was originally taking away. And that should, nope, I copied wrong. Yeah, I was like, oh no, but copied wrong. So you should get what you started with. And that's always just a quick check. How do we do? We do okay? All right, products. You can do it this way, or you can do it with your matrix multiplication, if that's the way I showed you. Right? So Sam, like if you wanted to use the matrix multiplication, I'll make a little table for you. Yeah, if you like that better. So 72, and you can use your multiplication tables on this. Right? You can't use a calculator, but you can use the multiplication tables. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Did you guys get 34? Yeah? Okay. Oh, and you know what I didn't put on here? There is a division one on there, so we need to practice one division before we get out of here. All right, product. 23 times 57. We'll make up a division one. 21, 2, 14, 15, 16, magic 0, 15, and 11. What'd you guys get? I'm going fast, so check me if I didn't do it right. 1, 3, 1, 1. All right. Now I tend to line these up vertically. Is that how you guys did it, or did you just go 2 and then 2? Do you guys line them up vertically? Yeah. Okay. So 25, 30, 75, 86, and 70. Okay. I like my 10, so that'll give me 10, 16. And again, I like those compatible numbers of 10. There's 10. There's another 10. That's 20, 27, 28. You doing okay? Again, I like these compatible numbers. Now, multiplication can go in any order. So what's 50 times 2? Can you guys do that in your head? What's 2 50s? So remember, multiplication is commutative. So this is just 100 times 38. So it will be 38 with the 2 zeros after it. This one, easy, right? What's the solution to that one? 0, because when you multiply anything by 0, you get 0. And this was our shortcut rule. So you multiply the non-zero numbers, and then how many zeros are we going to add on?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be an easy problem. Yep, division's when you cut them off. Let's do one of those. So let's write one of those. So Dakota, if we had 21 million divided by 3,000. Okay, so you divide the non-zero numbers, so that would be 7. And then how many zeros are we going to have left?
3.
Good, 3. We start with 6, we take away 3. That's a good one to know how to do. Those shortcut rules are nice, because you don't need a calculator to do them. All right. This one is so tempting to add first, but remember PEMDAS. So we're going to divide first, and then we'll now add those. So you should get 14 for that one. This, you have to go in order from left to right, because everything is addition and subtraction. So 10 minus 4 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. How are we doing? Getting these right? Everyone's going to get hundreds in here, right? Oh, hundreds for everybody? That'll be so exciting. Okay. All right, no calculator. So you might just be able to see it right now, but if you add the numbers in the numerator, 42, and then if you add those numbers in the denominator,
0.
yeah, 9 minus 9. So what am I going to write for my answer? Undefined, does not exist. Don't put 0 because that's an actual solution. You could put DNE, does not exist. All right, this one looks like a beast. So we've got to start on the inside. So I just do it in these layers so I can see my work right out. So the first thing I'm going to do is what's inside those parentheses. So that will be 2, right? and we're going to cube it. Now what am I going to do? The 2 cubed, right? That's going to be 8. We're just going to keep shrinking this down. Okay, then I'm going to do the division first. So that'll be 5 and then plus 2. You'll notice it's starting to shrink. So 18 minus what? 7 plus 5. So now we're going to go from left to right. So what's 18 minus 7? 11 plus 5. 16. So I'm running out of room. 7 plus 3, and then these funky brackets, and then 16 is going to go in there. Now what's the operation that's between the 3 and the 16? What is it? Multiplication. So do I want to go 10 times 16 or take the 3 times the 16 first? Yeah, you got to multiply. It's so tempting, right? It's tempting to call that 10, but you got to multiply first. So this will be 7 plus, I think, is that 48? 48, and then the final answer is 55. It's a beast of a problem, but it's not hard. It just takes a little time. It just takes a while. But you'll have plenty of time to take this test. I mean, most people are done 15, 20 minutes early, so it's good to just take your time through it. All right. Translate the following into a variable expression. Use n. All right, so 12 less than a number. So you're starting off with a number, and you want 12 less than that. Twice a number is what? So it's 2 times n. If I said a number times itself, that would be n squared. So if I said, which I will, because I think that's a question on there, a number times itself, that would be n squared, or n times n. Oops, I can't see my answer. Everyone see the difference? Okay, the sum of, so I'm going to add something together, 6 times a number and 8. Okay, 6 times, so I'm going to be multiplying something. So what am I going to be multiplying 6 times? Oh, it's going to be a sum of a number and 8. There's a difference between those two.
You can also do 6, times and then n plus 8.
Yeah, as long as you have the parentheses. Do you see why the parentheses are important? Because if you put this, it's the same thing as that, because you would multiply first. So you need to tell the viewer, first we're going to sum those, and then we're going to take 6 times it. Okay, 9 more than means what operation? Plus, yeah, addition. So 9 more than half a number. So to take half of a number, you just cut it in half. And 9 more than that. So 4 subtracted from, so we're taking 4 away from something, 5 times a number. Those are the hardest ones, I think, on the test. That's the hardest. And then we'll do these, and then we'll throw on one division. Our exponent, so what do you guys get for this? 3 to the 5th? Good. And this will be 2 times 5 to the 3rd times 7 to the 4th. Okay, and let's put on one division. I'm going to make, it's not a hard division. Let's do 39,000. I'm making this up as I go along. 122. I'm going to divide it by 25, because 25s are usually easy, because we can do that in our head, right? 25, 50, 75, 100, right? Because we're used to quarters, right? 4 quarters makes 100. Okay, so we'll do this one together. You ready? 25 won't go into 3, but will it go into 39? How many times? 1. So I put the 1 above the 9. Then I subtract. And then I bring one number down. All right, how many 25s can I get out of 141? I know I can get 4 out, right? Because that would be 100. Can I get one more? Can I get, yeah, I can get 5 of them. Okay. And that would be 125. So then I subtract and bring a number down. How many 25s can I get out of 160? 6, right? Because that would be 150, right? Does that make sense? All right, just about done. Last one. So how many 25s can I get out of 122? Well, I know I can get 4, because that's 100. Can I get 5 out? Just 4. So if I have 122 and I take away 100, what's going to be my remainder? Yep. I think on the test I put a division by 25 because it's just kind of easy. It's a 2-digit division, but it's not. Don't you think division by 25 is easier to think because we can do that in our head pretty quick? Sam, do you have a question on that?
No, just looking.
Okay, well I'll give this to you. How about that? You want this one? All right, stop.